Welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show.
It's about to get real, well, you know the deal. You won't have to guess how either of them feel. Bringing up the things you don't think to know. Never knowing where the conversation will go. Just a little more than anything goes. It's a Christian and Daniel Show.
Hello, everybody. I am Christian.
And I'm Daniel.
Why is this that? And this is the Christian Show. I mean, Christian and
Daniel.
Show.
Joe.
It's the both of us, not just me.
It's the
everyone
you and me
here
show.
For Daniel.
How you doing, babe?
I'm doing good. Been a weird day, energy day. It's been a weird energy day. It's just everything feels a little off. Feels a little awkward today, but I got a lot done. Even brought my Sylvia to the car wash and had her nails done all pretty and stuff.
Nice.
You know, I haven't done that in a long time. And, you know, I keep saying, oh, it's expensive. I don't want to do. I had prepaid a card for our little boy, Howard, and it still has like 10 washes on it. And because I was doing a hand wash, it costs a little bit more. So it cost me $6.
Oh, nice.
I'm like, yeah, I should be bringing it here because at least they vacuumed and they finally got my front window cleaned. Because my front window was pretty bad. Like you go in the sunlight, you know, you can see the film and everything. How, yes, it happens in your car too. The dashboard.
No. I'm saying it's cutting off. I'm wondering if it's on my end or your end. It's probably on my end. But
Now,
they're coming Monday to.
When do they come out and move your thing? Tomorrow?
They're coming Monday.
Oh, they're coming Monday. Okay, so after that,
Yes.
it should be fine.
Yes. So, hi, everybody. Welcome to the Christian Daniel Show. Thank you for watching us. Want to welcome all our friends on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching on any of those channels, would you mind sharing this on your page, retweeting, sharing, commenting, join the conversation? If you're on YouTube, we'd appreciate you scrolling down and smashing that subscribe button and putting a like on the video. It really helps us out. But yes, they're coming to finally move my Wi-Fi. I'm going to check my Wi-Fi.
Out of your bedroom into the living room. Probably where it should have been installed in the first place.
Well, I don't
But
even
you had
know
your
why it
desk
ended up in the bedroom.
It's because you had your old desk and the old PC in there, which needed to be directly connected to the internet because it didn't have Wi-Fi. I think that's why you did it in there.
And
But
then
now,
it
it hasn't been like that for a long time.
when I took off my cable, it just stayed in there. I should have moved it then. But yeah, $60 though. They're going to charge me to come and do it.
It's not bad considering it's going to take some work. It's not like they're just, we'll just pop it over here.
Hi, friends. I'm here. Oh, hi, Crystal Kent. Happy Fibromyalgia Awareness Day, everyone. Happy day.
Fibromyalgia awareness.
This would have been a perfect day to have Crystal on just for a minute and see what it is. But
everyone.
If there's a link or something that people can go to, Crystal, would you mind sharing it so we can post that? Share that with us. But I'm out of the loop. For those of you, I had my second shingle shot on Monday, and
it hit him hard.
Yeah, well, the first one was kind of rough too, and but it makes you it's like, other than the actual rash, it gives you shingles basically. So, where is the video? Or can you quickly email that to me somehow? We could try to post it on here.
We could screen share it.
Yeah. And but yeah, other than like the physical actual like shingles, it gives you all the symptoms. So I had the pain and the headaches and the fogginess and the sweats. I had the fan on too. But I've got the sweats right now.
I got hot.
I'm having what is it? Andropause.
Andropause.
You know that's real, right? It's the male version
No,
of.
I thought you made up a word like that, seeing you misspelled author.
Why did I even tell you that? So yes.
It was an egress moment.
So I'm preparing the interviews postings for Saturday, and one of the guests is an author. And of the 3 people that I'm interviewing on Saturday, it's the author's page. Hers is the one that I misspell. I did AURTHOR. And then I sent it to her. But I wasn't feeling well, so she should understand that I'm not feeling well. So there's the link, boys, folks. There's dancing, singing, and even a talking dog. Well, there you go. I can't click on it.
On the latest 911 Lone Star. No. It was the end of 911 LA. There's this actor who's supposed to be like the hottie, but he's kind of naughty. Like naughty, meaning not naughty like bad, but like not as hot as he used to be. And I don't know who the makeup artist was, but for this last scene, they put lipstick on him. And it was so obvious because he had the same color lipstick as the female love interest he was talking to. And it was so distracting because they kept focusing on him. You could tell they totally did up his face. I don't know if it was his insecurity that he thought my lips are too thin or something like that, but they put lipstick on. It was so obvious he was wearing lipstick and had a foundation on. Everything was so obvious because usually he's very natural looking. But, all of a sudden his lips are really red and his skin's kind of paler than normal. I'm like, oh, unless he's sick legitimately, then that sucks. We're having to work through being sick. But they did so much makeup on him and they were doing so many facial shots of him. I guess because they really wanted to make an impact of how he feels about her. And I was so distracted by the horrible makeup. I'm like, who the hell is your makeup artist? Like, she does not know how to do a man. She obviously is a female. Like, that's her focus usually is female, because I could tell, because if you don't know how to make up a man, you'll do something like that. You'll do this ridiculous foundation that's too light for him to get rid of his freckles that he has naturally. And then you put on red, like the same red lipstick that his love interest is wearing. Really?
That is bad.
It was so bad. It looked like something like a high school play makeup artist would do. Like, oh, it's going to really, this is pretty good. It makes your lips look more obvious, more fuller. It made him look so obvious that he was wearing way too much makeup. And it was so bad. I would have been embarrassed. If I saw the dailies, I would have been humiliated. If I were the actor, I would be so angry that I looked like, he looked like a drag queen. It looked like he was like on his way doing his makeup for RuPaul's Drag Race. Like that's where he was heading next. It was so weird. I'm just like, this is so horrible. Maybe his regular makeup artist was sick or something. It just seemed, it was very off. And it was so off-putting. Like, the fact that I still remember it, it was like so off-putting. It ruined the whole ending.
Yeah, they do that a lot on like newer companies' productions, like foreign.
Yeah.
Like some Korean shows. Sometimes I'd like to hear Gabe's input on Drag Queen TV. Yes, that would be interesting. Gabe is not going to be in every episode, Michael. Get over it. But I did talk to him this morning. We were on the phone for a little while. No, he had some things to take care of. But what was I saying? Yeah, some Korean shows, like I don't know that they know how to work with their skin or their colors, because you can see the pink tint of the lipstick.
You can tell they're wearing something on their lips to make them look fuller or more obvious. And I'm like, people. That'd be like me wearing lipstick. It would be ridiculous. It's like, no, you don't need it. You have lips. They're there and they show. But yeah,
one of those-
I have a couple friends who are makeup artists or working makeup artists, and it's just kind of funny to me.
With it.
I
Was he
know,
wearing
right?
so much?
I'm surprised he didn't have the hip pads in to put on his drag outfit because it looked like drag makeup, like it was that bad. Not that drag queens do bad makeup. For drag queens, it's good, but anywhere else, it's ridiculous. And he looked ridiculous, like a clown. Basically, that's what I thought. I'm like, he looks like a clown. Like someone was like, it's like someone was mad at him, or his makeup artist was really upset with him and said, "That's good. You look great. Go out and shoot your scene."
Yes, I have noticed that in some Asian market shows where you can. You okay?
I'm fine.
You can clearly see that they have fillers or something on the lips. It's really weird. Mexican novelas do that too.
They do a lot of the women do. The men actually look pretty. In the novellas I've seen, the men look pretty good. Like they look. If they're with the makeup they have, they're doing them like a man, not like a drag queen.
Yeah, but a lot of the women do have work done, and it's especially like not so much now, huh?
It's called duck lips.
I don't recognize him now because I don't know the artist now. But when I was younger and I used to watch novelas, it was very obvious.
Really pretty.
When women, it was very obvious. But well, it's like, have y'all been? Do any of y'all watch the YouTube videos of like before and after like celebrities over the years? I mean, like Meg Ryan is one of the obvious ones.
There's some bad.
Melanie Griffith, Meg Ryan. What's the other one? She did. Oh my God, Ruby was the movie. Dorothy, Wizard of Oz. Oh my God, I feel like I'm playing Password. The actress in Wizard of Oz, Judy Garland. The movie they just did.
Liza Minnelli, her daughter.
No. They just did Judy Garland's life. What is the name of the actress that did her? She did Bridget Diary.
Bridget Jones'
Diary, right? Okay, so who's the actress that's Bridget Jones? South Korea has one of the highest rates of Renee Zellweger. Yeah, so those are three of the like most latest. So
Renee didn't even, after her surgery, she didn't even look like she had her whole face restructured and changed. So, South Korea, if you want plastic surgery, that is like apparently the country to go to. They use the highest tech, latest technology. It's amazing.
She had her face.
Like she looked like a different person, like not even the same. And it affected her work because people were like, "Who are you?"
And then she went back and had it redone to go back to what she looked like before. Yeah, Renee.
Like a little bit, like because she did. She was honestly, if you wanted to disappear and live a totally normal, different life, she could have done it, and no one would know.
Yeah, because she did that show where she was an evil woman. Remember, I watched it with you. There was a show.
I don't remember what it is.
I remember the name of the show. I'll think about it in a minute. But she played this woman, and she was evil. And I remember asking, like, who is that? And I had to Google the show because I was like, I don't recognize her. I don't know why they do it.
Even
Courtney Cox did. Courtney Cox did
done work and
Courtney Cox had her face done too, and she looked plastic. Courtney Cox,
really?
Yeah. I was watching the YouTube video where she had her face done, and she looked plastic, and she couldn't move. And then she went and had some procedures undone. Looked like she got punched in the face after. Yes, she did. Yes.
And I don't get it. Like, I don't get. How do you not see how bad your plastic surgeon just did? Like, how do you look in the mirror and think you look beautiful? Like, talk about psychotic body dysmorphia. I know how powerful body dysmorphia can be, but how do you not see that you had too much? Like this guy did too much. Like those two guys who do Botched, they never. All the women they work on who they do stuff look pretty natural still. Like they look good. Why do these celebrities who have these hundreds of millions of dollars not go to those two guys who have shown publicly they know what they're doing? Because whoever they're going to is botching them up. They look ridiculous. They look, like you said, they look plastic. Their faces don't move. You can only take off so many years, and you have to accept the fact you're an old bitch. Okay, you're gonna go. They would take you out into the backfield. Okay, and you have to deal with it. I'm sorry. You have millions and millions of dollars. It's not like you're hurting for money, so it's not like you have to keep working. You can work behind the camera. That's why a lot of actors transition to being behind the camera, directing, producing, executive producing, because it takes that pressure off, and you don't have to do something horrifically ridiculous to your face. And then what's funny is these women and men too will never get their neck done. They'll do their face, but they won't do their neck. So they have like turkey neck from an 80-year-old and a face of a QB doll, which looks ridiculous.
Hi, Pamela. Good to see you here. Welcome. She jumped in right at that moment, right? The first thing to get bug talks or maybe facelifts, but people are getting huge lips.
There's some foreign show I was watching, and every woman on it had huge, ridiculous lips. And I'm thinking, I think that's like passing in the United States, or at least in California. I don't see as many people getting their lips done like freaking duckbills. It's like ridiculous, but that's true. And maybe that's where these the rich get richer because the rich are cheap. So just because they're rich doesn't mean they're willing to pay good money to get their face done. They'd rather go to Mexico and get whale pee blown in their face and a shaman doing a ritual while they get their face done.
Well, remember Dan, my old sponsor who passed.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to Costa Rica to get his dental stuff done. I'm like, okay, but I'm gonna. God bless his soul.
Where was he going?
Costa Rica.
What? Say it louder.
Costa Rica.
No, say it like normal, like you're supposed to.
Shut up, bro. Now you're making me.
Now say it.
Huge lips is so 2020.
Costa Rica? I can't say it.
Costa Rica.
I sound like a white person. Costa Rica.
I'm going to the CR. I'm going down to the CR.
I'm going down to the CR.
Okay. God bless Dan.
Anyway, he's going to get his teeth done.
God bless Dan, because he would go to Costa Rica with his friend. But they would get their dental work. But they were also going down there for the cute boys.
I was going to say, let's be real.
Yeah.
You get your teeth done, but you also like the pretty boys running around.
So he would come back and tell me about these bars that he would go to. He's like, oh, they just treat me so nice and they love me. I'm like, because you're an old gringo with money. Of course they love you.
Hello, John.
Like you have the perfect thing. Like they see an old white guy coming in with money to one of the bars.
Perfect teeth because he just had these
with perfect teeth. Hi.
How you like a cane?
Hola.
Hey, beautiful.
Hola. I am from Texas.
Hola.
But
Carl.
He'd go for the Go-Go Boys and the teeth.
He was, I loved him. I love him to death. Well, literally and figuratively. He was like the most stereotypical elderly gay man you could imagine. Of course, just like straight guys, who does he like? He doesn't like middle-aged gay boys or gay men. He wants like the boys, just like the straight guys want the girls when they hit their 60s and 70s. They want all the young girls. It's like, please.
You don't get young by association. It doesn't happen.
No matter how many times you go in, it doesn't make you younger, baby.
Just like eating tacos all the time doesn't make me a taco. Let's just
eating round table pizza doesn't make me a pizza. I'm not Italian now. Like wrong time to take a sip of water, baby. Oh, that was good.
Oh my God. I want to remind everybody you're watching the Christian and Daniel show. We are on 4 channels. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. So make sure that you share our show. Do us a favor and share it with your family and friends. Let them watch along. And join us. We're talking about facelifts, makeovers, and you're not what you eat.
I always, you don't, you're not what you may expose your body to at any time in your life.
So would you have anything done?
Like,
would you have anything?
This is what I looked like when I was younger. Like, I didn't have the frown lines. These things.
Yeah.
They weren't there. So like, if I just pull gently, that's what that area used to look like before. And then my little crow's feet. You pull down a little bit, you can see, but then it makes my eyes look weird. But what I actually, even with getting good sleep, I would still like a treatment for the dark rings here. That's what
Hi, Marty.
It's not necessarily puppy. Hey, Marty. You celebrated a birthday just about a week ago.
Yeah. No, it was Mama. I would have just have them pull this a little bit. What do y'all think? I'm afraid to ask, but for everybody watching,
when I was all tight and young,
for everybody watching, would you have anything done?
They tell me that they think I look like the same, and I'm like, okay. I look at pictures of myself from like high school and earlier. I don't look the same.
Can we get past Doug?
But I'm grateful I don't have all the lines up here or the anger lines, whatever they call them, in the middle. I don't think, hon, this is like the area I notice the most is that I got these lines. These lines have shown up.
Yeah.
You see, if I just get rid of it all, I could look fabulous. I would say I'm beautiful.
Tell me I'm pretty.
No, tell me I'm Bernie. Tell me I'm Bernie.
Is that there was a botched episode where a white boy did so much plastic surgery to his face, his goal was to look like a K-pop star. Oh yeah, I remember that.
We've seen that.
Dude look so bad, face could give you nightmares. Yeah, and then there's the guy. Then there's the guy that looks like Ken.
Ken doll. The Ken doll one's terrifying because he's had stuff done in other countries because they won't do it here because it's so dangerous. Marty, that could be that's like God's gift to us sometimes. We get to forget those tight and young days. Because that's exactly what I was.
Oh my God, that needs to be on a t-shirt. I don't remember my tight and young days.
There was a picture I took when I was in my first year of college in Sacramento, at Sac State. I was tutoring this kid who looked like he could be my brother. And in that picture, I looked, 1, I was hot. 2, I looked so different from how I look today. Like it was night and day. I looked so young. Like that's how I know these lines weren't here. These lines were here. The rings weren't here. Oh my gosh. I look so different. But people who know me a long time say, oh, you look the same. You haven't changed. I'm like, okay, I'll take that.
Now I'm looking at myself in the camera and obsessed with, I just want this second chin gone. That's it.
Good.
But you're right, Crystal. But wait a minute, Crystal.
You look like a cat getting ready to throw up.
I say this with love, but there is no way. Like you're a thin woman. Like you're not. Whatever.
I wouldn't know, but I'm quite sure you're not. You don't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
And I talked with someone who had their skin removed because they lost a lot of weight and they had the loose skin. That is, I did not realize, my friend Sherry did that and she lost like over a couple 100 pounds and she really did. They call it your skirt. Her skirt went almost down to her knees. Like she had that much skin. So she went to, she went and had her skin removed and it was like, almost a solid year of recovering from that surgery. Because I didn't realize, I always thought it's just loose skin. Like they just pull it and snip, take it off. But apparently it's because it's so it has tons of veins going into it. It has its blood supply. It has nerves and everything else. That it's actually a very dangerous and very long, like lengthy surgery. And the time to recover from it is huge. It's like a year recovery. And it's very painful recovery. She was in a lot of pain.
Back.
Okay. Like back here.
Yeah. I don't think I have back.
If I wear any of my skinny jeans, that's where I see it. Is like I'm like, ooh, my back fat. It's just hanging over like a muffin back there.
I got the belly that pops out, but it does more so when I drink sodas.
Yeah, but you've been really good about that.
Yeah, if I really want to like lose weight, I'll stop drinking sodas. And anything.
Well, everyone else right now is going, oh, we hate Daniel. We hate him, bitch. Hate you.
Yes, you know what? I used to do the preparation H when I was younger. When I was
well, that's because
But to be honest, it was because I was doing a lot of drugs, and you start getting bags under your eyes. That was probably what making me more of an ass too. So having preparation H on my face. Oh my God!
I mean, it made you an a-hole.
Got the pandemic pounds, don't we all?
Wow, everyone. I don't know any. Well, you know what? Daniel noticed a neighbor of mine go by. He's like a blondish guy. He always walks around with his shirt off, and he has his dog. He has like his body looks like it was chiseled from like marble. And he is the only person that I would see. I didn't feel any guilt. I'd go walking by him to go up to the coffee shop to get my iced mocha. And he's like doing jump rope, running in place, walking his dog all the time, goes to the gym all the time when they were open. And I'm like, but Daniel's
hungry.
He's
just hungry.
Oh, he's very hungry. He loves being looked at. He walks by my window and always looks in my window when I'm in the living room, all sitting fat and happy on my couch watching TV. I'm like, don't look at me. Don't look at me.
It's like Jabba the Hutt and Princess Leia.
I know. Like, Princess Leia's walking by and I'm Jabba the Hutt. So it's just crazy because he'll go by. He goes by. He goes by with his shirt off. Usually, and dear Lord, the stuff he wears to the gym, you can see his religion.
Yeah, and he must be like in his 20s, maybe.
Oh yeah,
early 30s,
like early to mid 20s, and his wife's really young too. And Daniel's he has a wife, and I'm all.
Well, you see. Okay, we're not going to get into that, but it just like confuses me sometimes. I get confused. The young folks nowadays.
Yeah, young folks. They're all thirsty.
What else is going on?
Some of them are hungry.
What else is going on? So we're halfway through the show. Everybody watching, this is the Christian and Daniel show. And we're talking about body issues, reconstruction, and hungry people. And for those of you that don't understand, thirsty, yes, well, yes, they're thirsty, but
yeah, there's like so many thirsty guys in my neighborhood.
Hello, Martha. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Martha.
Martha is a really good friend of ours, and
she's like a sister.
I've been talking to her about doing some shows on bankruptcy and how to avoid bankruptcy and what to do and stuff.
Or what to do if you need to file bankruptcy.
If you're in Southern California and
world, that's much more realistic.
If you're in Southern California and you're looking for an accountant or bookkeeper or a paralegal, she's the person. She knows everything. And if she doesn't, she convinces you that she knows everything and you believe her. So that's a good thing.
She makes magic happen. Magic. And we need the never-ending story music to come on.
I know, right?
No, 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 no. The never-ending story. Oh.
What else is going on lately? Oh, I don't watch the news much anymore.
I don't at all.
But I've been making the mistake that I've been watching the news in the morning again, which is really bad for me.
I think it's a horrible way to start the day. All that energy.
because I like watching like Good Morning America later in the day,
America.
and
Good morning, America.
but I've been watching it in the morning, and it really affects my brain. It affects the way I think up through the day.
I don't even turn the TV on till afternoon if I'm going to turn it on.
Yeah, I have the radio on most of the
for
time.
that reason, because I feel like it influences me. I get more done when I do that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know, but for the people watching, what's your morning ritual?
I don't even drink coffee in the morning.
I know. So, what's your ritual?
Stumble out of bed, stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of libation.
Libation. It's, you know what? It's really odd that you sing that song today, because today Dollywood reopened. So I was watching the news this morning, and coffee and me time.
Oh, hey, when you
With
have
two kids, do
that's
you
true.
have?
That's very true. That is your only me time. I get it.
Yeah, no, stop watching a year ago. Yeah.
Yeah, basically I think that's when news ended.
Hit the snooze and go back to bed.
Oh my gosh. On Monday, I had the hardest time getting out of bed. I usually wake up naturally around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
Ah, Snow White. Hi, little birds. Hi, little squirrels.
And the hummingbirds are outside my window going, "Come on, Christian, come on. It's
Good
time.
morning, little birdies.
Good morning." Get out of bed, you daisy head. Get out of bed, you daisy head. But all I wanted to do Monday was sleep. Like, I could have just stayed in bed all day and just slept. Like, I really wanted, my body wanted to physically stay in bed and sleep. So every time I'd wake up, I'd look at the time and go, okay, you could do 10 minutes more. That's without an alarm or a snooze thing. So 10 minutes, if you really fall asleep, it could be hours. You wake up hours later. I didn't do that, but it was weird.
Like to
Monday, I did not want to get up. I didn't.
I like to set my alarm 30 minutes before I need to get out of bed, not before I need to wake up. Where's Crystal? She's been here. Where have you been? You're late for work.
Hello, E-Bag Odal.
Damn, Goodberg was on.
Thank you. It's because I hear it every morning when I wake up.
But I like to wake up 30 minutes before I have to get out of bed and do my for anybody that follows me on
phone thing you do every morning.
Yeah, for anybody that follows me on my personal page knows that I post the word of the day, the trivia of the day, and the national today. Those are the three things that I do on a daily basis, except for Sundays. I don't do it Sundays. But
got up and picked up my phone, I'd throw it across the room. I cannot do that.
That's my chowder.
That's my chowder.
We need to, if you guys have not watched the episode 3 weeks ago, you need to go back and watch it. And that's my chowder video. And we're gonna have to make them. So we need the video from you, from Crystal, from Gabe, and mine to put out there. You
know what? We didn't acknowledge. We need to thank our director, Christian Ramirez. He's fabulous. And we need to thank our talent. Well, not really.
No, our music director, Kai Kalama.
Our music director, Kai Kalama. And our artistic director,
Checo Doria.
And
our stage
manager, E-Bag Odal.
E-Bag Odal, who's still taking over this week for Gabe Lido. Gabe Lido is on vacation right now, so
I thought he was in jail.
He's in Facebook jail. I do know, but yeah.
Can't pretend ignorance.
Nice, kudos to yourself, Christian.
I know, that was so humble of me.
Well, I wasn't going to say it, so he had to jump in there.
Yeah.
11 more days and you break out. I'm upset. I go to bed really late because there are wild parakeets in my area that are chirping all night. Oh, really?
Insane. You know what? I'm like, no way. But absolutely. People have released them and they go feral. Yeah. They're just like cats. They'll go feral and they'll just live on their own. And they do. They squawk all night long.
Which, by the way, I
Okay.
want to remind y'all that we've already had Gabe on the show as the guest host. We've had Crystal on the show. If you are interested in coming on, if you want to come and have a conversation on the air with us, send us a message on any of the channels that you're watching on, and let us know that you want to come on and be a co-host. And
We welcome you. We
can
can talk about anything. You talk about your business, talk about what you do. You can talk about any stuff.
The only thing we don't do, and we've never done from the beginning, is politics, religion, COVID.
We're just tired of hearing about that. And by the way,
How does this sound?
June 16th is the official day that California is saying you no longer require facial coverings, period. So officially June 16th, California is saying you don't need facial coverings anymore because of the large number of vaccinations that have taken place and a huge decrease in COVID new cases. They're mimicking car alarms. Oh my God.
Wait a minute.
Go out and get a weapon.
I'm interested in this story. Feral army of cats.
Yeah, cats, they go feral.
Because I'm imagining this group of cats singing and dancing down the street. Memory.
Oh dear Lord, it's not cats, and it's certainly not West Side Story. They're cats.
Chicago had found a solution to its rat problem. 1,000 feral cats.
Yes. It's like the people in Hawaii when they went to Hawaii, they had a problem with rats, so they brought in muskrats to eat them and kill them. Or no, not muskrats. What's the other? Not wolverines. Well, they brought in an invasive species to Hawaii, and now that species is killing the native bird, and it's going to go extinct because they're trying to get rid of rats, which were brought to the islands by ships, not by the natives. If people had just left them alone, it wouldn't happen. Like there were no mosquitoes in Hawaii. Mosquitoes came on the boats, and that's how they got to Hawaii. Hawaii had no bug problems at one point. Oh, nothing like they have now. And now they have these chirping frogs, which during spring, I think, or when they're in their breeding season, the males chirp. It is so loud you cannot go to sleep. It is really loud. Anyone who lives near water like in Hawaii, particularly on the Big Island, know.
Feral of army cats. See, I'm just picturing cats in fatigue dancing in the streets.
I don't get the dancing part.
Well, from Cats, the show Cats.
Oh, they weren't wearing fatigues.
But I know they weren't, but she's saying army cats. So I'm
feral army of cats. I love it. The thing is, it amazes me with cats is if you lock your cat outside for 3 days, it takes a cat 2 to 3 days to go feral and not give a damn about you and act like you didn't exist anymore. Because they're all fine. I'll take care of my dang self.
Well, cats don't care about people anyway. Cats are evil. They're evil animals by nature. But I didn't know that about deer. I didn't know they were brought to this.
Spiritually connected animals. In fact, much more than dogs. And they actually can
kissing cats and fatigues.
I love kissing cats. Kissing cats are like my favorite thing.
Cats
in fatigue.
Cats in camouflage. Just.
When I get really mad at Daniel, that's what I do. I just go into hissing cat mode.
Oh my God, it's been one of those shows. But everybody watching, don't you have this vision of cats in army gear hiding in bushes?
I just love. There are so many TikToks now that show cats like standing up on their hind legs, like literally standing with their arms like this, just going, "What the heck is going on?" Like, I guess the owners are arguing, and the cat's like watching it like it's a TV show. They're like, "Ooh, Mildred, come over here. Did you see that? Did you see what he just said?"
Well, I'm not denying anything
and they do
about
keep the demons away. Literally.
Yes, I'm not denying that. I know my spirituality, people, but it doesn't take away the fact that cats can be evil.
They're not.
Haven't you seen The Mummy? Oh, well, yeah. I'm not denying it.
Karate
Cats in
No, I like that. I can see that in my head. Karate cats. They're little gi. They're in the little gi. Using the tail.
Meow.
Meow. Me, yeah.
Charlie's Angel Cats. Screw cats. There used to be a crazy lady that lived next door to me. She had like 20 cats. Okay, yeah, that's a lot.
If you have 20 cats, there's something wrong with you.
So much. But no, I mean, I would love a black cat just for the sheer symbolism of it. But cats are evil. When I had roommates in Texas, we had a cat. Her name was Mamas. Mamas
would go in the kitchen and burn all the tortillas.
Mamas would smack me when I would walk by.
Well, you know why?
How dare you? How dare you? When your cousin comes back from vacation, he's fired. You know.
But yeah, Daniel, that's my point. Like the cat would do that to you because you were not good energy in that home. You were at that time you weren't. So the cat detected it and was like, "Please leave, please leave."
Shut up! I've always been pure energy.
Oh,
Pure
no,
energy.
Pure something, but it wasn't pure energy.
That was a time. But the cat and I, we used to like the same chair, and we used to fight for the chair. So I would smack her off the chair, and then she would run. I would take a nap. I would get home from work, and I would take a nap on the chair. She would run and jump on me, and then fight.
Hello.
How dare you?
That's very true.
Well, you know, the preparation H. It all comes back to the preparation H.
I think you're an asshole.
Put it on my head.
Out of my chair. I'd be like, "You're a dick. I'm going to get you."
Carol Baskin.
That's true.
Good one. All right. So, are you ready for your pick?
Of course.
All right.
I think most people know mine, The Irishman. The Irishman has a huge cast. It actually, it's by Martin Scorsese. I think it's like it felt like his swan song. It felt like his last big mafia movie. And it's actually about, Robert De Niro plays this mafioso who gets old. Like in the course of the movie, he goes from being young and vibrant to old, and he ends up in a care facility. And he's kind of telling the story of his life and what happened. And I'm trying to think, Joe Pesci came out of hardcore retirement from acting because Martin Scorsese asked him in person to be in this movie. And Robert De Niro, was it Robert De Niro? And who's the other guy? Ooh, I can't remember the other guy Al Pacino, that's it. And Al Pacino, I mean, it's like an all-star cast. It's a hardcore all-star cast. And it is just I thought it'd be really bloody and gross, so I put it off for a long time to watch. And the other day I was like, okay, I'm in the mood for this. I can handle it. And it actually was nothing like I expected. It was literally a mafioso's story of his time in the mafia, his time in the light, I guess you could say. I would say the dark. But when he was at his brightest and when he was young, all the way to now he's a elderly man telling a story about things, people, places, and things that people have no idea about. That the young generation's like, I don't know. Like in the end, he was talking to a nurse, and she's just kind of you could tell she didn't know who he was talking about or what he was talking about. So it was very interesting, and it ended on a really soft note. So it was such a humane, it was. Like when you say, oh, the humanity, literally this movie was about, it ended with that very human moment. It was amazing. Martin Scorsese, I get it now. This is probably one of the few films I've seen by him that I get. I got it. And I'm like, wow. Much deeper. Waters run way deeper in this movie than I would have thought.
Sure.
And an even deeper show, Girls by Eva.
So my pick of the week is Girls Forever. I don't know why he's trying to talk about my pick of the week, but Girls Forever. The lead actresses on this are Sarah Bareilles, Busy Phillips, and Paula Pell. If you don't know who they are, check them out. But Sarah Bareilles is the singer, so she's little of this. It's about a girl group that was big in the 90s, and they broke up, and then they're trying to get back together as older women, and just the adventures that they go trying to get their album released. It's very silly. It's not something that's going to like really fill you up a lot, other than make you laugh and make you feel better. But if you were a teen or a young adult in the 1990s, this will bring back a lot of the memories of boy bands and groups like that. It's just funny. It's nice to watch, and I hope they come back for a second season. But it's about 10 episodes, very quick, and the characters are so exaggerated. I'm sure you'll find somebody that resembles you in one of the shows. So go check it out.
And by the way, The Irishman, if you are going to watch it, it is a 3-hour, 9-minute movie. It is not a short movie. It takes commitment, but it is worth it. It is amazing. Anyway.
Okay, so we had some comments on our picks of the weeks. Great movie. A bit long, but it's still great. Cool. Yeah, Breaking Bad was the best. I never saw it, but I guess
I didn't either.
I think it's my drug addict mind that can't watch those kind of shows very much. The Irishman, the who's who of actors in mafia roles. Yes. Really?
And that's why I kind of thought it was like this is Martin's farewell movie with that, because they're all kind of getting older.
The Wrong Missy. It is freaking hilarious. I don't normally like what's his name? David Spade in movies, because he reminds me, it's always like Tommy Boy-ish. But this one, the actress that plays Missy, hilarious. Go check it out. Check it out.
I have to look at it.
Yeah, if y'all have a pick of the week and you want to drop it in the comments, please do. Sounds like the movie Heat. I never saw Heat either.
Heat was really good. It was hot.
It humanizes the mafia. Wow.
That's exactly that's exactly it. That was perfect, Crystal. That is. It did. It humanized the mafia. But it was really long. It is.
I haven't
started watching it. I do want to watch it.
I had my issues with the first season.
What was the problem? I thought they were being more real than anything.
Don't remember the 90s. There were just some things about the acting that I didn't like in the first season. So I'm hoping they fixed it. Okay. I know this is going to be so trivial to the story, but I couldn't stand the wigs. The wigs in season 1 of Selena were horrible. Were horrible. It's like they went to buy wigs at the dollar store for this.
That is like, I didn't even notice that. Like, Daniel.
Yeah, but I like because I'm from Texas. One of the cool things about the show versus the movie. What?
It's the show's all on location.
Yeah, but no, being from Texas, there's a lot of like trademark things about Tejano music and that era. Johnny Canales was instrumental in launching the careers of many singers, especially Tejano singers in Texas. And he played a big part in Selena's career. Mm-hmm. In the movie, they don't even talk about him, which was totally like wrong.
Well, TV show or the movie?
The movie didn't talk about him. The show did.
The one with Jennifer?
Yeah, they don't even bring him up.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even know who he was until I watched this show on Netflix.
Oh, wow. I need to check it out. Check it out. But yeah, there was just a couple of things in the movie that were like, why don't they talk about this? But of course, when you watch the behind the scenes of the movie, because when the show came out, of course, they came out with all these behind the scenes, the making of, the story of the movie. Then you could just see why they left certain things out or why they changed certain things. But when the show started and they got to that part where they go to Johnny Canales' show, it was like, yes, like why wasn't he in the movie? Like he was such an instrumental part. Take it away.
And there's probably a lot of politics as why he may not have been in the movie.
Probably, yeah.
He demanded too much or wanted too much or wanted, studios are pretty like, screw you if you ask too much. Maybe he wanted too much money and they're like, fine, we'll cut you out of history like you didn't exist.
Yeah,
No
so
one-
they just but yeah, some of the storylines do make like they make more sense based on the actual stories that are being told about
Yeah.
these situations. Although, just I don't know, we have like 2 minutes. Did you know that there's actually like a conspiracy theory going around now with the show coming out that says that her dad had something to do with her death?
That's dark.
Yeah, very dark, very dark.
I mean,
So-
did he think the only concept is what did he think there was more money to be made with her dead than alive?
Well, I remember when she died, there were rumors that she was pregnant when she died. That when her crossing over to the American music, English music, he was going to lose some control over her. That he didn't like her being married, like all these things. So they even did some clips at Whataburger. Michael Moran.
Whataburger makes me sick.
Michael Moran, you know those are fighting words, dude. So
The truth hurts.
bring it, dude. Bring it, Michael Moran.
Greasy.
I don't take it to talk. I don't even. I'm
Daniel's out. He can't even handle it. Everyone hates Whataburger, so bleh. No, not everybody does. I dislike it a great deal. I don't think it's delicious. I don't think it's good. I've never been impressed when I've been there.
Laura Canales, yes, Laura Canales in the show, yes. Oh, I love Laura Canales. Yeah, the way they portray some of the stuff, it's just
Who's Laura Canales?
Laura Canales is a Tejano singer, and she's very famous. I mean, the thing is that before Selena, although Selena was huge, she was huge.
Well, Selena was the big crossover. That's really
Right.
why they're so big.
But for those of us that remember, there were Tejano singers even back way before her that were great singers and great songs. They just didn't
make the crossover.
They didn't have the dad. The dad was really a big push in her career.
He was a driver. He was the drive behind her success. Like he believed in her. He wanted her to be successful, and he pushed for it hard.
Michael, don't backpedal. Don't come back now.
Ugh, no.
You're gone. You're gone.
You know, the beaks and claws.
Yeah. One of my favorites too, even before Selena, was Eli de Reina and Avante. I loved Eli de Reina. She has some of my favorite songs. There's just a lot of famous Tejano singers that have not.
Well, yeah.
Like they haven't done them justice. There's a lot of singers out there.
Now you see, but that's
Hi, Micah.
because
Mike is going to be on the show Saturday. Yeah, we're having a special show at 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, so make sure you catch us. He's going to be my guest. Yeah. Before you finish your line, I've been invited to do comedy at the Lupus. Estela Juana Mata. They're having a Lupus conference on Saturday, and I've been invited to do the comedy on their event. Cool. So I'm the comedy guest for their event. So Gloria Stefan,
she didn't.
Yeah, but she wasn't Tejano. That's where. But she did open a lot of doors. Hi, Micah. But Gloria Estefan was also a crossover artist.
Not from Cuba. She started in America.
Yeah. Yes, you'll see me on Saturday. Yeah, but Gloria Estefan started with the Miami Sound Machine, but they were doing crossovers at the same time. So they would put out an English album and a Spanish album at the same time.
Yeah, but again, the difference is she didn't start in the Latin market. She started in the American market. Like she was in both. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't see that.
He's such a turd. You're so wrong. So wrong.
There you go, Crystal. There you go. There's your father.
Michael, at this point, I think this conversation is just done, Michael.
I would even prefer In and Out, which is really, I'm not a big In and Out fan either.
She's just wrong. So, but yes.
But yeah,
But yeah,
that's
I wish.
like Gloria had a very different start than like Selena and all these other singers you're talking about. You know, the other singers literally started in Latin America, which is a totally different world. You know, I mean, that is a separate measure, market. And Gloria Estefan started in both, and she always did both. So she didn't have to work. I don't think she had to work. She had to work hard. I'm not playing like she didn't work hard.
No.
And she didn't do gigs and crummy stuff that in her early career that she probably never wants to do again. But it's not quite the same. I think it's oranges to apples. You know.
Yeah. And yes, Gloria Estefan was.
I love Gloria Estefan.
John Cicada was a production.
Oh, I love John Cicada. He was a backup singer for her.
Yeah, and then
and she promoted him. Like she told him, "You're good. You should go on solo."
And Shakira was a production of Gloria Estefan, and they promoted her. In fact, little trivia is that Shakira didn't speak English well when she started singing English. So she moved in with the Estefans, and that's how she started learning English. So
that is scary. I forget Shakira has a real connection to Gloria.
Yeah,
like
Gloria, she was huge in Latin America before.
But basically, Gloria brought her to the American market. She that's pretty cool when you think about it.
Yeah, it does give Yolanda more part because she did. I mean, she was instrumental in the whole bringing down of So, but yeah, there's a lot of Latino music is very rich in history. We just forget about it. And Tejano music was Tejano music way before Selena came around, and she just had an attraction to the younger people, and that's what made her so popular. But Micah is here. In fact, Micah, if y'all read his bio, he was born in Edinburgh. I used to work in Edinburgh. We're going to talk about that on Saturday. So.
We've been to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
That's where I first met Ray.
Yeah. So I worked in Edinburgh. So anybody in Texas, if you know Cantus Pharmacy, which was there for years, I used to work there. So,
well, Edinburgh. You mean Edinburgh?
Yes. So they were.
Yes.
That's what they were called before they were the Miami Sound Machine, because she met Emilio Estefan when she was 17 years old. Okay, so I know a little bit of the history here, but she met him when she was 17, and then she just fell in love with him, and they got married. Yeah. Wait a minute. She put it the same thing twice. Okay, but yeah, so there's a lot of history. So go check it out.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, if y'all have a pick of the week, let us know.
I have watched a couple episodes of the Red Table with Gloria Estefan and her family.
Yeah,
you know, it's that show that Will Smith's wife, that Jada started, and it was with her and her daughter and her her family. Well, now it's moved to the Estefans, and what's really great is I didn't know that her daughter was a lesbian. I didn't know her daughter was gay. And I don't know why I do that still. I don't know if it's because of the generation being a Generation X, but I always feel like it's not positive when I say she's a lesbian. I find I'd rather say a gay person. I don't know why I have this weird attachment of negativity to the word lesbian, but I find myself correcting myself all the time.
I don't know what. That's a voice thing? Singing thing, contralto. Any singers in the group? I think that's a singing alto, and then contralto is the next level.
Sounds like Spanish.
But I'm not a singer, so I wish Kai was here. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So
Latino music. Yeah. There's. You would not believe how much Latino music influences American music. And the sounds of the music. So
it was fascinating to see they did a whole hour round Red Table about her daughters coming out, how it affected the family, how Gloria responded to it initially, which wasn't very positive, unfortunately. And, but I mean, she's obviously come around and she's learned a lot. She even said, I was quite ignorant, but I thought that was pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little thing with the Estefans. Okay.
All right, so we're down to the end of
Listen,
the
that. Sorry, I'm going to take a sip of water.
So we're done to the shows. We want to remind you that we have Little Mexican Productions. We have shows almost every day of the week. Showing us here on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. for the Christian and Daniel show. On Fridays at 5 p.m., it's the Card Devo. And then on Saturdays, our standard 2 shows are noon and 5. But this coming Saturday, we have a special episode at 10 o'clock a.m. So make sure you check us out. Come join us every week for different episodes. And you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So hit those reminder bells and announcements so that you can be notified whenever the show starts. Also reminding you that my book is out for sale, so make sure you go check that out. It's Grumpy Bunny and the Colors Game. It's out for release finally on the 21st, but you can get it on pre-sale now. So go to any of these pages and order your book now. Some of them are already being delivered, and I got a picture from a friend out in England who got her book out in London. So my Grumpy Bunny has made it all the way to London, and I'm very excited about that.
Congratulations, man. You are an international author now.
Yeah, Canciones a mi Padre. It's an excellent album. Excellent. People don't know that Linda Ronstadt is Latina. She's actually Latina.
Oh, I didn't know who Linda Ronstadt is.
Yeah, Bobby Pulido. I went to several of his concerts. Oh my God, I had the hots for him so bad when I was young. So thank you, Bobby Pulido. I'm gonna start singing now. Okay, everybody. So we're down to the show. Anything else, babe, before we go?
Nope.
So remember, everybody watching, if you'd like to be a guest host on the show, send us a message. Let us know. Even if you've been a guest already, you can come back and be a guest again.
You can.
Send us messages. Let us know.
We allow retreads.
Do what?
We allow retreads.
Yes, we do. So come and join us next week for another episode of the Christian and Daniel Show. Thank you. Bye. Bye, Pamela.
Pamela. Call me the Bubba.
I need to put the XX on, right?